Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. Tully, Burnalot here, coming to you straight from the wonderful land of Armello. I did actually mail the developers to ask how to pronounce this, and they told me, oh, no matter, it's any kind of pronunciation is right. I don't believe that, but I'm a stickler for grammar and syntax, so whatever. Maybe I'm just in the wrong here. Anyway, Armello, currently available on Steam Early Access for the low price of €22.99 or your regional equivalent. Now, the email that the developer sent me with the Steam code did come with a couple of caveats, and of course I'm willing to engage them, which is, number one, this game is an early access title, and they did tell me that they wanted me to treat it as such. Number two, they did tell me that they didn't want a review, but instead a preview or a first impression, because it's an early access game. Mind you, I'm perfectly okay with this. As you know, I don't like to make full reviews of games that are in early access because they are in early access, and I'm not one of those idiots who think that it's okay to make a review of the game when it's nowhere near finished. So I am here to show you what Armello is and what it can be directly, as I'm saying. First of all, I'm seeing this in a couple of games that I've seen recently, notably in Grav, and also a couple of other games that I've seen so far, which is the fact that they've incorporated the early access banner in the game itself. Grav, if you remember, had it on a small banner on the upper left of the screen. This one has it here, and in the actual game it's on the upper right of the screen. It's nice, mind you. It's really, really, really freaking nice that they actually put it in the game. Thank you very much. Now, of course, let's go to the all-important options menu. Of course, let's see video, audio controls, and gameplay controls. Fully rewindable controls. Okay? Fully rewindable controls. Thank you. Thank you so much. A lot of AAA games don't actually do this. The fact that you can let us customize how we control the game. Thank you very much for that. You'll notice that the controls are a bit weird. That's because this is a map-based game. You'll see later. You just get over this with video, of course. As you can see in this warning, it says it's forcing low graphics because of the for optimal gameplay experience. However, I did test this out with Scope Runner, and he did have his graphics somehow default to very high. So maybe it's just my computer that sucks. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It literally wouldn't. Of course, screen resolution, as you can see, VSync mode, full screen, music, full screen on and off, music volume, and sound effects volume. I keep it on low because otherwise you can't hear me. This game is particularly loud. Gameplay only has one option, tutorials on or off. I already play this game for several hours, so I know how to play it. No matter that. You can, of course, go see your card gallery. Did the game crash? The game didn't crash. Okay, the game didn't crash. Okay. As you can see, you can... Oh, come on. You can see the it's a bit laggy here. I don't know why. You can, of course, see the various types of cards that you've seen so far. There you go. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Next. So you do, in fact, need to have them in play before you can unlock them. It's nice. Very nice, actually. Huh. Interesting. Let's go back. You can create a private game. You can find a public game. Oh, okay. Leave queue. Oh. There's several people playing this game, by the way. I did test that out. There's several people playing this game. It's not exactly what you would call a very low community. You can, in fact, quickly find a game as evidenced. I don't believe ranked games are in the game just yet, unfortunately. Tested this out with Scope several times. The game is perfectly stable. There are, in fact, no netcoding issues. There are no lag issues, at least not for me. I haven't experienced them. A couple of the Steam reviews did say that sometimes there are lag issues. I haven't experienced them yet. They also said they've experienced crashes. I haven't experienced crashes yet. But again, your mileage may vary. My computer sucks, but it doesn't suck that much. Or maybe I'm just lucky. I don't know. 3 extra buttons down here. You can visit the forums, you can visit the wiki. Yes, this does have a wiki, obviously. And there's a bug tracker, which you can directly access by clicking report a bug. I can click that because I believe these ones kept me out of the game. Now, what is Armello? Armello is a turn-based, hex-style card game. I have no clue how to explain this to you in any way. Essentially, what happens is, the King of Armello, the lion here, as you can see, has been infected with a rot. And over the course of the game, course of the turns, he will slowly gain more rot and he will slowly die. And the whole point of the game is you're controlling one of 4 characters, which I believe there will be 12 at the planned release, 12 available characters planned release, and 20 at the fullest extent of the development, if I'm not mistaken. Might be mistaken. But right now there are only 4 characters. They plan more characters to come. It's perfectly fine, don't worry about that. Secondly, you basically control every character with different traits, and your objective is to become the king at the end of the game. You can do that by either killing the king, curing the king, which somehow kills the king, I don't know why. You can basically wait out until the king dies and have the most prestige, and then you become the next king. Of course, the whole point is there are other people vying for control of the kingdom, and by the use of the various cards you get in the game, you can either play trickery and try to play everyone else against them. You can be a bit more aggressive. You can use magic to destroy them. It really depends on your play style and the character you're using, but you'll see in the game. Now, let's go to single player, shall we? Currently 4 available characters. Sana, the Russian bear. I'm kidding. Soviet bear. I'm kidding. It's Sana. Basically, you have 4 archetypes here. You have Sana the mage, you have Mercurio the thief / the rogue, Thane the warrior, and Amber the jack of all stats. As you can see, Sana is the bear, Amber will be a rabbit, bunny rabbit, Mercurio is a rat, Thane is a wolf. And I mentioned I'm a furry because I'm a furry. You can drop hate comments in the comment section now, and you can unsubscribe at will. Anyway, the whole point of the game is different characters have different stats and different abilities. For example, I play most with Mercurio because I like him, I don't know why. Scoundrel, steal 1 gold from the owner of a settlement when you claim it. Thane, of course, Swordmaster. Sana, Priestess, and Amber, Tomb Raider. You can, of course, see what these things do. And if you notice down below, you'll notice that every single person has different stats. Fight indicates how many dice you get in combat. You will see. Health indicates how much health you have, obviously. Wits, it says here, in practice, what wits do is increase the number of cards you can have in one hand. The more 1 wit equals 1 card. So as you can see, Mercurio starts with the most wits out of all, so he gets 5 cards maximum. Unless you increase it, Thane can only get 3 cards, Amber can only get 4, and Sana can only get 3. Spirit increases the amount of magical power you have, obviously. Then, of course, we have Clan Affinity, which is the one down below here. It indicates the number of dice you get at a specific point of the night. So Mercurio and Thane get +1 dice at night. +1 die, I don't know. I don't know how to conjugate that. Amber and Sana get +1 die at the day. Of course, starting gold, and of course, starting hand size. Everything is indicated for you, right? Now, after you select it, you have 2 lines. As you see, I unlocked everything with Mercurio. That's basically because, well, Mercurio. I like playing with him. He's a scoundrel. But different characters have different abilities. For example, I have that all unlocked, but I go to Amber, I don't have it, as you can see. The more you play, you do actually unlock the bottom row for everyone, but the top row are unique bonuses for each character, which you unlock by playing with the character. The more you play, the more you unlock, obviously. As you can see here, the second unlock is with 2 games, third unlock is with 5 games, fourth and final unlock is with 10 games. Right now, don't know what it's going to be later. I'm just going to tell you how it works right now. This is not a review. Again, I'm just telling you what it is. I convinced Scope to buy this. So yay, I did my job once. Let's just get to Mercurio, and of course, you can on the bottom pick +1 fight, 1 body, 1 wit, 1 spirit, which increases, of course, your starting stats. The last final 4 are depending on the type of victory that you've made. You unlock this one with a prestige victory. You unlock this one with a spirit stone victory, where you have 4 spirit stones and get to the king. This one, of course, you need to kill the king. And this one, you need to have a rot victory. Rot victory is a bit weird. I'll explain that to you in the actual game. Let's just start with +1 wits, because always have more cards. Always have more cards. Alright, we're in the game. Have I mentioned that the game's art style is fucking fantastic? It's fucking fantastic. It really is. Alright. Allow me to explain this to you how it works, essentially. Now, this is basically the game screen. I'm going to have to pause this, obviously. Now, these are your cards available on the left. These are 3 different colors. The white, what's it called? The yellow colors are items or combat-related abilities. You can either equip them when you can, or you can use them on other players, or it's like, I don't know, potions or health increase or something like that. On the top, you have a small portrait with the amount of action points. Action points are essentially how many times you can move. The small eye you see means it's auto-tracking. So if you just leave the game running, it will automatically track the other characters if they don't go into stealth. And even if they go into stealth, the second they come out of stealth, then you can actually see them. Amount of health, obviously. The Axis banner, the buck sender. This tells you how much money you have on the bottom row. Starting from, I actually don't know if you can see my. I think you can see my cursor, but just in case you can't. Bottom right, starting from the left, how much gold you have, how much magic points you have, how much prestige you have, and how much rot you have. On the bottom left, that's the bottom right. Bottom left, how much fight, how much health, how much wits, how many wits, and how much spirit. Now, the whole point of rot is it's a malignant force of the land. Yes. And the thing is, as long as you have 1 point of rot every time dawn breaks, because basically one turn turns dawn to night. And then it turns night to dawn. And it's basically a day cycle. You understand? And as long as you have 1 rot, every time it cycles to dawn, you lose 1 health. Okay? And when you hit 5 rot, you become corrupted. And the Banes, which we'll see later, no longer attack you. The whole point of a rot victory is the king is consistently gaining 1 rot every night. But if you manage to get more rot than the king and then kill him, then you get a rot victory, which is a unique type of victory. Yes, it is. Now, the whole point of the game is there's several types of tiles. This is your clan starting grounds. You start here, and as long as you're here, no one can attack you, no one can interact with you. You have mountains, which take 2 ability points to climb. This isn't like Civilization, where you can have 1 ability point and then climb a mountain to sacrifice it. No, you do need 2 points to go up a mountain. So no cheating. You can, of course, see there are marshes. Marshes take away 1 health when you go into them. Forests have nothing special. Dungeons, you basically get a random reward. You roll for it, or you can get a bane. That happens too. Stone circles heal you for 1 point every time you go into them. You can in fact use them several times in a turn. So imagine you go in, out, and in again. You will get 2 health points back. Also, every once in a while, you get a chance of getting a unique bonus from a druid or a group of druids within a stone circle. It's completely random, by the way. It's RNG. A lot of the game is RNG. I mean, I am basically based around these 5 cards. These cards, the red ones. But as you can see, I only got 2 red ones. I got 2 yellow ones and 2 green ones. It's completely random. It's not fair balance. It is, in fact, entirely random. However, plus 2 prestige when equipped. As you can see, plus 3 prestige when equipped. Yeah, okay. I have 3 prestige now. As long as I equip this, as long as I have this in my inventory, 3 prestige, which is incredibly important at dawn, which we'll see later. Mountains, of course, explain that. These little red thingies, these cross swords, mean there's a quest. And when you go to a quest, as you can see here, and yeah, this is basically how you play the game. It's hex-based. Nose to the air, you wait to carry a pigeon. Alas, it seems to be running late. Your hire is narrow. Flying rats are never late. 3 options. Normally they will allow you to either get away, fight through, or test a particular attribute. For example, I have 6 wits, so I'm going to test my wits. And I've succeeded, which means I gain 1 gold, 1 prestige, and 1 trickery card. Which is this one. Poison. There you go. And every time you complete a quest, it unlocks another quest. Again, the whole map and the quests are entirely random. No 2 maps are ever going to be the same. As you can see, I gained Poison Gift. Target loses 1 health for each AP spent until the end of the next turn. But instead of costing me money to use or magic, it basically makes me gain 1 rot, which is why I never like to use this, as you can see here. Now, you'll notice that these things are moving. You'll also notice that, holy fucking shit, the art style is amazing. I'm sorry if you don't like me using such expletives, developer, but holy fucking shit, the art style is fucking amazing. Whoever the hell made the cards had the time of his freaking life. Look at this. It's fucking awesome, it really is. I mean, most of the cards move, even if it's just a tiny thing. Like, you notice that the worms are moving in here. If you manage to see the Mercenaries card, I think I can actually show you eventually. Mercenaries card only has 1 person blinking, but he still moves. And you have these awesome effects every once in a while. Or then it's just, a miner, like Steam or whatever the hell that is. It's amazing. Now, notice that there's a small, well, not small, a black banner. That means it's a peril. Perils can be anywhere, basically it's non-beneficial stuff. You can in fact throw perils at people directly if they're on the correct tile. For instance, you see here, play to settlement. There are cards that allow you to play to forest, play to plains, play to mountains, play to stuff. You can either play them when there's no one there and they'll leave a trap like so, or you can play them directly on someone for an instantaneous effect. In fact, Mercurio is a lot based on that. You get a lot of trickery, and then you just try to kill people or, yeah, throw people off their tracks, essentially. Another important thing to realize is settlements. Settlements are these little towns. What these towns do is very important. At Dawnbreak, they give you +1 gold. Normally, every dawn, you get +1 gold by default, essentially. But for every settlement you get +1 gold. So imagine you have 3 settlements, you get 4 gold every dawn, which is incredibly important, mind you, because unless you're very lucky with dungeons, gold is very, very hard to come by. Now, I would like to show you exactly how combat works, but unfortunately I can't do that just yet. So I'm going to show you, with resort to the game menu, game guide, how it works. Now let's see, combat. No, where are the dice? There we go. Combat is based on dice rolls. Okay? Barring specific bonuses you get from specific types of cards, you need to roll dice. How much dice you get is determined by your fight. So imagine I have 4 fight, that means I get 4 die. And the die get one of 6. Die, of course, have 6 sides, and they have these symbols. Now, what the wild tree does, as long as you're not corrupted, that means as long as you have 0 to 4 points of rot, the wild tree counts as an attack and allows you to roll an extra die. You can in fact chain them together. I once had this time where I chained like 6 wild trees, and I just murdered the other guy. The sun counts as an attack during the day and doesn't do anything during the night. The moon is the exact opposite. A sword is a guaranteed attack. A shield lets you absorb a single attack. And the worm is the opposite of the wild tree. The worm, as long as you're not corrupted, which means as long as you don't have 5 points or more of rot, does nothing. Counts as a miss. But if you have 5 points or more of rot, the worm counts as an attack, explodes, and lets you roll an extra dice, and the wild tree starts counting as a miss. So yeah, it's the duality, essentially. And when it comes to these traps, or perils, as they're called, you're meant to match symbols, as you can see here. Ah, see, it's the mercenaries. So I can match this one. I can match... Actually, I can't match anyone else, so I'm going to have to roll the dice. Also, the rolling dice animation is amazing. It's freaking fantastic. Oh god, I'm going to... Ah, shit. Ow. Ow. Oh, there goes 2 of my health. God damn it. So yeah, that's how you do it. You roll the die, and... Again, the rolling die animation is freaking fantastic. It looks awesome. Ah, here's how it goes. I can't actually... Oh, there we go. It basically rolls for a random thing. That's magic. So Amber just got +2 magic. The animations are solid. I haven't once seen the animations bug out, which is amazing, mind you. And again, the art style is freaking fantastic. It is freaking fantastic, actually. Now, the whole point is... Unfortunately, there's no way of dumping your cards. Other games allow you to just dump your cards and re-roll them or whatever the hell. This one doesn't. You're stuck with the cards you get. Or you need to use them. Ah, there we go. Wow, that guy attacked me. Wonderful. Ambushed. Okay. So, let's see if I can survive this encounter, shall we? Ah, 2 wild trees, explodes, see the sun counts as a miss, another wild tree, and a moon. So I got 6 attacks and 1 defense. Oh yeah, I'm gonna win this one. Yep, I'm gonna win this one. Oh, but I'm gonna die too. Ah, damn it. Shit. Ah, god damn it. Alright, alright. Also, when you die, you lose 1 prestige. But, I killed the Bane, so I got +1 prestige. Unfortunately, every time you die by a Bane, you also get 1 rot, so there's that too. God damn it. Notice the mercenaries. Notice the badger. It's blinking! Yes! Okay. Let's go up the mountain. There we go. Test. Slay the troll, test... Okay, let's slay the troll. There we go. Ooh, I have a doctor. Wonderful. Best thing about the doctor is, as you can see here, regain all your health when you heal, which is amazing, really, because that means instead of just going back and forth into a stone circle, you can just go once. Which is, you know, needless to say, very, very, very useful. As you notice, if I just leave it running, it automatically tracks people even when they're not in stealth. And they're getting all the villages that you steal from them. Now, the point is, that's how combat works. There's two ways of getting specific die. I mean, you can either roll and let it be entirely random. As you can see, it's also fairly quick when it's dealing with AI rolling dice. Or you can sacrifice the cards. You notice that the cards have symbols that match the symbols available on the die. So imagine if and you also notice that there was a small burning symbol in the middle of the battle screen. That means, imagine if I sacrifice this one. That means I get a guaranteed sword or a guaranteed attack. But that also means I lose one die. So imagine I have 4 die, I use this one, I get a guaranteed attack, but I can only roll 3 times. Now, every dawn, the person with the most prestige gets to pick one of 2 declarations. The declarations are not random, they're the same every time you play, so you can in fact just set out a strategy, and you can immensely screw people over. So I can choose to make everyone, including myself, pay 2 gold, and if we can't, we lose 1 prestige, or we pay 1 magic. Or if we can't, we lose 1 prestige. I always use this one because I like gold. Gold is very useful to me. Alright. And essentially, that's the whole point. In dawn, the King's Guard will move, as you can see. And at night, the Banes will move. Okay, let's see. I lost 1 because I have Rot, obviously. One of the most important things to realize is... Oh, God damn it. Yeah, if you get a white circle, you don't actually get anything. I hope this pays out. God damn it, fucking Spirit Stones. Anyway, if you get Rot, it's not the end of the world. Because one of the things remember when I told you that you can sometimes find druids inside a stone circle? One of the options is, I think, pointing to the wild tree. I think that's an option. And what that does is take away 99 points of Rot. Which essentially means it's going to cure you of all your Rot, which means that now I'm just going to spend my whole time desperately trying to proc that event to get the freaking Rot out of my system. Rot is really annoying, because as long as you have 1 point of Rot, you will always lose 1 health at dawn. And Mercurio has 4 health. So yeah, there's that. 1 health is a lot. Ooh! Ouch! Thane just got murdered. Yeah, Thane got blown to bits by the mercenaries. Wonderful. And yeah, that's the whole point. Oh god, what? Okay, there we go. 1, 2... test prestige. That'll work, won't it? Yep, it worked. And of course I got the Warlock, but the Warlock is gonna make me get Rot, isn't it? Gain +2 Rot. Yeah, I don't use magic anyway, so there's that too. Of course, Mercurio is a lot based on the red cards, which are the trickery cards. For instance, I have this one, Game of Thorns. Steal 1 prestige. Yes, Game of Thorns. I played to myself, Boosh, and now I stole 1 prestige from everyone else. As you can see, now I have a very healthy, I can't see it because of fucking Skype. There you go. Very healthy 9 prestige, which basically means that I'm secure. It's like they're not gonna take away my role as the prestige leader for a very long time. And in fact, unless it goes really badly now, I'm basically gonna win the game via prestige victory. That's one of the points I have to mention, is if you get the game now, you'll notice that it's very, very easy. Very, very easy, especially to get the prestige victory. It's very, very easy to get the prestige victory, and it really shouldn't. Or if you're playing as Thane, it's also very easy to just wail on everyone. Like, literally, just wail on everyone, and think consequences later. As such, I mean, Thane's gameplay is essentially revolved around him attacking things and murdering them with his incredible freaking combat bonuses. As you can see, it turns to dawn. King takes an extra point in damage. I am the prestige leader. And of course I can choose the peace treaty. No battle between heroes is allowed until dawn. However, I believe... I don't want to test it. I don't know if mercenaries count, but I don't want to test it. I really don't. I'm assuming they don't because they're not technically battle. But you know what? I don't want to test it. I really don't. Besides, he's on a dungeon, so I can play the card. Nope, no, okay. And that's pretty much it. Also, one of the things to keep in mind is it's locking, but I can in fact play the cards. I can't afford it, obviously, but I can in fact play the card. Oh, God damn it! Yeah, they will play cards on you. You can in fact play the cards like right here. Like if I have the gold, I can just play the card here. As long as the combat isn't in progress, and if you're quick enough, you can in fact just play the card, and you know, make her day. And of course, if you lose the focus, we can of course do this, click it, and it will start following them, as seen. And really, that's the whole game right here. Right now, this is the whole game. You take turns, the king slowly dies, and you weigh your choices. Do you try to kill the king? Do you try to wait it out and play the prestige game? I want to do my quest. Do you try to wait it out and get the prestige victory? Do you try to get as much rot as possible? Oh god, he has 4 spirit stones. Or you can get 4 spirit stones, of course, and try your best to win the game, basically. Oh, I'm here. Oh. Hello, Sana. Oh, that was me I can show you. So, basically, if I took a settlement with no one that was taken by no one, I wouldn't get the 1 gold. But because Sana took this one, ta-da! She gets -1 gold, I get +2, 1 gold. Yay! Oh, this is amazing. But anyway, yeah, that's the whole game. I'm not going to give you the whole round, because it's still going to take quite some time. But really, this is the game, as you've seen here. I think I've approached everything. You've seen combat, you've seen the perils. And essentially, that really is it. You get... Yeah, there you go. Oh, god damn it. You know what this means? I have 1. So even if I take no damage here, I'm still going to die at daybreak because of rot. Go! She's gonna hit me once and I'm gonna die. Aren't I? Unless she has like 2 shields. God damn it. Overkill, 1. God, fuck, damn it. Oh well, I'm dead. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and please stay tuned into the next game, which will be... I don't know. We'll see you later. Actually, yeah, I might actually play a game with scope and record this, and I'll give you that later. So thank you for tuning in, and please stay tuned in. Goodbye.